We're gonna go on to week 2. Most of these things here are, locked because I need to do like a quest or whatever, which gave me these 2 new people here. This one here, Saysit, something like that. I'm not good at pronouncing some names. Is a Vestal, which is some sort of cleric-y type thing. I mean, it's essentially a D&D cleric. Let's see what she got. She has the 2 ranged attacks that they get, and then the 2 healing, which is awesome because that'll help a lot. And then a Plague Doctor, Romay. Let's see here. He has the grenades. I like those. He has the bleed. I like those. Ability to stun people. That's awesome. And it clears the corpses. Also awesome. And this one, which can stun things. Stunning is also awesome. He's primarily good against the back rank, it looks like. That's okay. Because this guy's good against the front rank. He was from before. It was Reynauld. He's our Crusader. He has few abilities. This one protects himself, makes it so that makes him take less damage, makes him more likely to be attacked. Also increases our torchlight, which is nice. This one stuns things. This one hits 2 things for a little bit less damage each, and then this one is just a general smite. We also have this Highwayman, Dismas. He's pretty cool. He can make things bleed in the front line. He can fire and boost himself, hit through the 3 closest people with 1 shot, or hit one of the ranged ones. So, I mean, it's a pretty good party overall, and we have to embark.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
That's just telling me how to select quests and whatnot. We have 2 quests that we can select. This one here, from my understanding, is just like the last area of the game. You can go there right from the start and just press. Ooh, a charm. Alright, we need to put these 2 people in. That is probably good. Yep, he's... So... pointing doesn't help. So under combat skills here, you see those preferred positions? That shows how many of their abilities can be used in each of those positions. And so all of them can be used from the left position. Looks like all but one of them from the way back position, and probably just like one of them from the front ones. Yeah, this one can't be used from the way back, and the rest of them are from the back too. And that's why you get that. And then the other side, the preferred targets, will show which positions they have things that attack. Looks like the front position, we only have 1 thing that can attack. This one can do the second from the front, and everything except for this one can do the back ones. Just so you know, so that's why he's there. Let's get started. Alright, this
preparedness
is important.
In gold, later in blood.
So this is where you buy provisions to help you out. All of these things do something different. You pretty much always need food because, your people eat. On the short ones, they only usually need to eat once. It also heals you. 8 is their suggested amount, and I would agree with that. You need torches. They keep the area lit. When it's dark, it's more likely that the monsters will surprise you. It's more stressful for all your people. Stuff like that. I'm going to buy a shovel because sometimes there are blockades. It's very unlikely that there'll be much there. And then, let's see here. This guy here is a medical herb. It helps you if you find things that are like filled with filth or whatever to prevent diseases. Your key helps with chests to get more stuff. The holy water will purge evil. We're in the ruins, which, from what I recall, isn't so much icky things as like unholy things. Oh, we already start with 1. Cool. We also start with an anti-venom. These are because of the people we have involved. I think the holy water is from the vessel, and the anti-venom's from the Plague Doctor. This one here would help as people get stressed. This will help if they get poisoned and blighted, whatever. And these would help if they start to bleed. The problem with carrying everything is you only have all of these slots here. You see 16 slots to carry stuff no matter what. And this includes the treasure. So, you know, I'm going to risk not needing it. I can heal. Also, my Plague Doctor heals blight and bleeding on his own. So I'm going to just risk it. Let's go. Let's see. That's the first one, week 1, obviously. So you see down here, this is the map. I showed it last time. Just go up and around. Looks like there's an intersection here where we'll have to choose. See, we only need to explore 90% of rooms. We can probably skip one room, which means that if we just kind of go to this one right there, we'll probably make it. So, onward. Alright. Ooh. So, she said halt. That usually indicates that we're about to make it to something. Sometimes you don't see it in time. This here, though, will be a torch. I'm just gonna take it. I probably don't need to be this careful on the first one. So, when I hit that button, it lets me look at information. While I'm holding it down, you'll see the radiant light I just used. Torch made it so that our dodging, scouting, and surprising monsters is much higher. You would have noticed I did it too quickly. It had stress and a plus. It increases the stress level of your people for it to not be that bright. You can also see that I can see like hit points, what their stuff is, what stress levels they're at, which is actually, I'm not sure why so much, but alright, let's enter this room. Treasure and some easy bad guys. And they're surprised. So, yep, he can't, well, this does no damage and they're immune to bleed, so let's see, this one stuns and increases our torchlight.
In radiance, may we find victory.
See, early on, things like that seem good. Alright, let's do this, make it brighter. Oh! It says that it's not... I'm still on air. I got a weird message. Hopefully this all records. This message was pretty much that it wouldn't record. So see if we can stun him again. Oh, yeah. We might be able to just kill everything. Ah, miss. Okay.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
See, we get money. You see, it goes into our thing there. There's a treasure chest here, so I'll probably be using the key. Now, I kind of forgot in my preparations that I have 2 people that will raise the torchlight often. As a result, I probably have too many torches. But alright, here's where we'll try key. Ah, it didn't work. Oh well. Wow.
Wealth beyond measure.
I got a key for it, though.
The foolhardy alike.
Alright, so let's go up there. We did not scout. Oh, I'm glad they gave us a shovel. It's probably why they did.
Stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Yeah. So we'll just destroy that. This one might be very planned because it's before things happen. It's hard to tell. Alright, so he can still hit all of them. More damage overall. Maybe not the best of choices, but... that guy back there can do stuff to increase your stress quite a bit. Alright, so we'll take this guy out. Yeah. And now we surprise them, and I stunned them all. So they didn't get turns. Just looking at the damage, see if... Alright, he got stunned. I don't have to worry about him. Alright, there he goes. Oh, this will clear corpses. And will stun, maybe. Oh, we're getting attacked. Yeah. Alright, so... Now I can take him out.
Maintain the offensive.
And him out.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So here's one of the journal entries we can get, and I don't know if I need to bring it back to town in order for it to get logged. Probably do. But Blackest of Fates, assault was overwhelming, with Cuthbert slain, and as Boylan fell, I was driven by rage. I leapt and drove my axe into the creature's many eyes. Purple ichor splashed my face, and my very soul shook as it bellowed. The only thing I can recall after was falling swiftly into blackness. So, we'll bring it just in case I don't need to worry about space, which might happen. It is the first dungeon after all. Alright, so now I get to choose to go left or up. Or right or up. I'm gonna go right. Would've been nice if I would've gotten scouting. Oh, see, there's more stress, a little bit less dodging, scouting, and monster surprise, so we'll use a torch. I have plenty.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
So... that's one of the effects of personality trait. Probably this one. Prone to steal stuff. So occasionally he'll do that, not necessarily super often. It's kind of annoying because that was actually some decent stuff in there, but... Alright, another set of people. Yeah. 0 damage, but he's still getting stunned. So yeah, I mean, these battles are all pretty easy. This room also has a curiosity item that's kind of that pool in the back there.
As the light gains,
we'll see what that is when we're done.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
I like that narrator. Yeah, that guy there is a bit rough, which is why. Alright, let's heal him. And some of you that are used to, like, Final Fantasies and such might be a little bit concerned by the numbers. I mean, these aren't in the hundreds by any means. But, you know, ooh. Alright, we'll use that. See, it did a point to him, and then, he resisted the blade. It's kind of hoping.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, we'll heal the party, I think. Okay, only 2 of them. It probably wasn't the best option, but...
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Ooh. So this will help slay beasts. These guys aren't really beasts, though, so... I could equip it right away. I will equip it when I feel like it. Oh, there's treasure over there. And a curiosity item if I go around. So I think I'm going to go back and up there and then go across. But first, let's see what's in here. See, these question marks on it, I think, mean that you can try to use them. They probably won't have much of an effect. Keep exiting out.
A handsome
Ooh.
reward for a task well performed.
Alright, we're gonna go back. I don't have a particular desire to run into 2 traps. So, back and up. Alright, let's see what this item is. It's a backpack. Uh-oh. Aw, man. That jerk. That's alright. We'll stop using them eventually. Alright. Battle awaits. And... ooh, that front guy is fun. He does things like... causes bleeding. So we'll cause him to bleed. A bunch of times. So that bleeding effect stacks from both of them. And now we'll see some of their stuff. So that, you know, it's minor amounts of damage, but it's a bunch of stress added on. Oofda.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Alright. So that front guy here is dead. He doesn't know it yet, but he will die, because he's taking 3 damage on the beginning of his turn, and he has 1 hit point. So, we're just gonna mostly ignore him. I'm actually gonna mostly focus on that guy. Ah, I should have healed him. Oh well. Oh, he doesn't have... okay. I forgot stuff. It's all good.
Executed with impunity. Impressive. Ornaments, neatly ordered, lovingly admired.
Ooh, this one looks like a better treasure chest. Remember how... yep. The family sigil. Remember how that one chest gave me a key and the key I'd used didn't work? It should work here. Yeah. Bandages are not super important, but they will help. Alright, so let's go this way. I think the highwayman is probably best at this, but... oh, it's just gonna tell me. Nice. And that failed to work.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Yep. That narrator, though. That... wow. So it's food, money... and now we reach that point where we need to make choices. I'm just gonna choose to have everyone eat some food. since I have more of it than I necessarily want, to take that. Because those heirlooms are what you use to upgrade the town, whereas money is... And here's the part where we use some. What's that? Because money is primarily used to upgrade these people. It's great. This might be completion, but I'm gonna go to that last room, just in case. I feel like our people are doing real well.
The light, the
And there's...
promise of safety.
Ooh, I think we still have one of those. I think there's a good chance
The match is struck. A blazing
there'll be
star
something in
is
here.
born.
there's treasure. If I only went to use that one key uselessly. This is the hardest battle we've seen so far, though. So I'm gonna shoot.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
I like how whenever something happens and I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be difficult, everyone that seems to lose or gain stress.
A momentary abatement.
Alright, so now we get to see some of the good stuff. Like, this affects 2 people in the back. Very nice. And so will the plague thing when I start using it. Because whenever they get unstunned, they get a buff to get rid of, or make it harder to be stunned. So... that one does good damage when it does. Looks like some healing is definitely in order.
Another one falls.
Alright, that's good, because then I can do this. Alright, she's just gonna heal, because we need that. Crits are awesome with healing. So the guy in the back there, I'm pretty sure, is, yep, just dead on his feet. He only has 2 hit points, so... yeah.
Eradicated.
And now we win whenever he goes, or if I get turns beforehand. Or I guess I get turns beforehand. Whatever.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
So this thing here is worth some money, but it's like 5 gold, and I don't think I'm going to be needing it. Especially because I still have to loot this guy. I do not have a key, which is unfortunate. Ah. Oh well. We complete the quest. So that was a pretty hefty amount of stuff, which is awesome. The heirlooms weren't huge, but we can't spend them on anything until they unlock stuff, so... these are all, I guess, abilities they get. Yep. And like, I think this one means that he'll occasionally do stuff with when you run across a corpse. This one's kind of nice. Extra. This one for him is probably not super relevant. I mean, he does crit, but it's usually not for too much damage.
I remember days when the sun shone, and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Alright, so that concludes week 1. I think things will be unlocked now. The Abbey was unlocked for stress relief.
The pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
One of these had something weird. He will only do stress this way, but he's probably the one I'm not going to set up doing because everyone else has so much more stress. Unfortunately, as you can see, this will get costly. But I'm still left with like 8,000. And, you know, I'm gonna have to hire these people, mainly because I don't have enough people to go out there.
Others will not go, and sees what others will not see.
So this person here, which was what he was talking about, is interesting. It's probably considered one of the weaker classes, but it increases the amount of money you take back. This guy is interesting. He has some weird abilities, and his healing ability, like, heals the most random amount, but it also causes bleeding, so that's really weird. And then we got another Crusader. So our next week will week in the game, probably include 2 Crusaders and these guys. We should be okay. Yeah, we should be fine with that. So, well, that's it for now. I will see you next time.